Hello again, my name's Skoz, and this is a video I've been thinking of doing for quite a while now, so let's jump straight in. Today I'm going to be reviewing Flying Vinyl, and more specifically the latest issue, or box, or delivery, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to take a step back. So Flying Vinyl is a subscription service. Basically each month they will send you a box of 5 7-inch vinyl singles. Double-sided, sometimes double A-side, sometimes an A-side or B-side, various sorts of things, in the genre of kind of pop, more like rock, indie, alternative, that kind of stuff. Not so much metal, not really heavy stuff like you might guess I normally listen to. Sometimes your kind of dancey, electronic-y numbers, but generally your kind of alternative scene. And I've been subscribed to Flying Vinyl for a long time now. So when I made, probably actually before I started my YouTube channel. So when I started my YouTube channel, I was thinking, what sort of stuff could I do? So I was playing video games and just doing sort of musical type stuff, which I'm still yet to actually do. I thought doing reviews of various things would be kind of interesting. I could give it a go, see what people think. And the last few have been kind of interesting. And in the last one, my Diet Cig review, I mentioned about vinyl and why I like it, and it was actually a review of another video reviewing Flying Vinyl that gave me that kind of quote, that bit about the inconvenience of vinyl being what attracts people to it and what really makes it for you, because you have to sit and pay attention to it. So, Flying Vinyl, I think I first saw on Facebook or something, some advert for it, and the first issue I almost caught. But I thought I'd wait and see how it turns out, because it's £20 a month, which includes delivery, which now that I have it and I'm subscribed to it and I'm really enjoying it, it really is worth it, in my view. But initially I thought I'd probably want to wait and see what kind of music is on there, because I wasn't especially into a lot of alternative stuff at the time, but I thought this would be a good way to get into it. It's a curated box, and evidently whoever's picking the music there, I imagine it's a team of people, you're doing a pretty damn good job. It's really good. So I'm actually kind of gutted I missed out on that first box, but having spoken to a few other people, they did exactly the same thing. Heard what was on the first box and then started subscribing. So I have been subscribed, like I say, for a long while now. I have probably a good 2 years worth of, well, no, maybe over 2 years. I've not really counted, but a lot. No, probably coming up on 2 years, I think. A good amount. And with 5 singles in each box, I now have quite a hefty single collection. Probably, yeah, I'd imagine more than I have actual albums, thinking about it. Certainly more than albums that I've bought myself, but including my parents' albums, maybe it evens out. So, the latest issue, April 2017, I think is the one. Yeah, it's April 2017, is the Transgressive Records Takeover. Now, this one I've been especially looking forward to, because all of the others have been mixes of different labels, different artists, generally curated by, like I say, I imagine a team at Flying Vinyl. This one has been a collaboration with Transgressive Records. Now, the main reason I was especially looking forward to it is because most of the issues previously have been artists I'd largely not really heard of. There had been 1 or 2 exceptions, usually where they'd been in a previous box of Flying Vinyl and I'd listened to more of them from that. But this one had a single from a group called Let's Eat Grandma, who I'll talk a little bit more about later on. I'm going to be talking about the tracks and things like that. And I was really excited to see, well, to have a single on vinyl, but also that there was going to be an exclusive mix, both of the main track and the B-side was going to be an exclusive remix. So that made me quite excited to get this box, and while I was initially thinking I'll just review any old Flying Vinyl box and talk about it all in one video, I thought I'd wait for this one because I thought this one was going to be pretty special. And I'm pretty glad I did. It really is a standout box. So, Transgressive Records have a lot of good artists, so I was pretty excited for them to do this collaboration with Flying Vinyl, and it really turned out well. If you recognise any of the artists, or you're getting into that scene, or if you're thinking of picking up one box to see what you think of it, sometimes Flying Vinyl is available after the fact, but you may have to subscribe now or soon to pick it up, or if it is sometime after the video is uploaded, then you may be lucky to catch it on a back issue. But it's a really, really good box. It really does stand out amongst the rest. Not at all that the previous issues have been bad at all, just that this one, all of them I really, really did like. And well, I just think they were really, really good. A good mix of stuff. So the first issue that we had... Oh, actually, before I start that, the other thing I quite like about Flying Vinyl is, as well as the singles, you get a little booklet which talks a little bit about the bands and what's kind of going on in the world of sort of Flying Vinyl and that type of music. You also sometimes get little extras, and in this issue we had some stickers from Transgressive Records, which is pretty cool. Also had a discount code for Transgressive Records online store, which I'm not sure I can include. It says exclusive, so I'm going to cut it out just to be safe. And but there's been various sorts of things: stickers, photographs, lyric sheets, and just lots of really nice, cool little sort of things that I've stuck around my my little, where I have my record player. You can sort of see a little bit in the clips I'm going to include, but a lot of the space around that is occupied by these things, and the kind of packaging of the boxes itself. They're really kind of nice to look at, to just have around. I'm trying to think of something a bit more creative to do with them than to just attach them where they sit, but it's just a nice box in all. So down to the actual music. The first record that we had in here is from Marika Harmon. And 2 very good tracks as usual, but I don't think I need to say that about each one. I really did enjoy all of them. I was thinking it was just sort of a smooth grunge pop kind of sound. It was really quite interesting. The second track especially, AM, reminded me almost of a slowed down, more subdued Jefferson Starship, which was kind of interesting. It was very sort of story, vocal driven with a kind of musical backing. And in the little magazine it actually said that they were backed by another group called the Magic Gang. No, sorry, that comes later. Backed by a group called the Big Moon, who have been on Flying Vinyl themselves before and were very good. I really did like them. Almost kind of a psychedelic type feeling, not quite full psychedelia, but erring on the side of things there. The little magazine suggested it was probably for fans of Laura Marring. I can't read my own writing now. I should have the book here. Oh well. But I thought it was really cool, really interesting, a nice sort of opening to the box. And that was another thing I thought about this box. Listening to them in the order that they came out of the box actually worked pretty well. Whether that was just serendipity or luck, whether all the boxes are in the same order. Most of the other ones just seem to be 5 singles. You can play them whatever order. They don't really make much of a tune, but this just seemed to work out pretty well, listening to them in the order that they came out of the box in, and that I'm going to be reading them out in. So the second group, Hippocampus, really did like these. The magazine described them as for fans of Vampire Weekend, and that I really did agree with. Sort of upbeat indie pop rock type feeling. I described it as summer music, and summer music really does kind of mean something to me. It's your kind of happy, sunny, something you want to see played in a field at a festival in good weather. And I really do like a lot of music like that. It's stuff you can, it'd probably be good for car journeys, good for listening to on sunny days, picnics, out in the park, whatever. But yeah, I really did like it. And the second track I thought was, vocally sounded almost like Arctic Monkeys, but less kind of heavy, more of a kind of an upbeat pop guitar type. The next group, Gengar. It was a live EP, actually 4 tracks, for fans of Alt J, apparently. It's a group I've been meaning to listen to more of, but apparently if you like Alt J, you might like Gengar. So yeah, 4 tracks, 2 on each side, which was fun. It was nice to hear it kind of played through as a show, almost. Hearing the audience interaction and hearing the songs kind of build up over the course of the record, and hearing the change in tonality between them was really quite interesting. After that came the track I was most looking forward to, from Let's Eat Grandma. Now, it was a 7-inch recut of one of their songs. Pretty sure it's Welcome to the Treehouse, something to do with tree houses, but on the album it's in 2 parts, and on the vinyl single, on the one side is a 7-inch recut, and that was kind of interesting. It was cool to hear it kind of just sort of reduced in a way, but it did leave me wanting more, which I suppose is good in a way. You want to hear more of them, you'll probably go and get their album, but I think probably having had their album first and then hearing them on the single, it left me wanting, really. But it really kind of showed off this sound, really kind of ethereal, electronic, multi-instrumental, guitars and synth coming together in ethereal, really is the best word for it. The magazine said something about a gothic take on synth pop, which was kind of cool. I suppose that did really kind of capture it. Now the remix is by Wolf Alice. Now Wolf Alice does a lot of kind of dance music, and it stands out from the rest of the box because it is quite different. Most of the other songs are that kind of pop alternative type sound. This one really is a dance number, and it would sound pretty good to dance to. Again, a lot of electronic, a bit more of a tune almost than Let's See Grandma's other music, but it really stands out because it's a lot more synthy, it's a lot more dancey, there's a lot more of a beat, a bit faster than most of the other songs as well. It was interesting, certainly very interesting, not especially something I would sit and listen to. Certainly something that if it came on at a festival, in a tent, or sort of in a club or whatever, I'd enjoy kind of dancing along to it. And then the final track's from a group called Blaenavon, and you'll be forgiven for thinking that they're a Welsh group, but actually they're not, they're from Hampshire. But I thought they'd be Welsh with a name like that anyway. Sort of hooky indie kind of rock music, very kind of Arctic Monkeys. I always got a Bastille type feeling from them, but again, less kind of heavy and progressive-y almost than Arctic Monkeys. Very much more sort of a pop thing. Described as for fans of the Magic Gang, but I suppose if you do like it, kind of Bastille, Arctic Monkeys, you probably like it as well. The B-side to the song was actually a duet with Marika Harmon from the first record, and I thought that was a really nice way to tie the whole box together. And actually, the musically, it really brought a nice end to the whole box as well, because the whole box had a real kind of span of genres and stuff going on, and this one kind of brought it all back a bit, slowed it down a bit. It was a lot more kind of heartfelt and emotional. It was a duet. It was the two of them singing. It wasn't just the group and Marika Harmon singing over the top. And it really had the kind of quality of your classic duets from the sort of 80s, 90s, but with a much more modern sound. And I really, really liked that. It was really enjoyable, really nice to listen to. And this really is a box I think I'm going to come back to several times. Some of the other Flying Vinyl boxes, because I really should make more time to sit and listen to vinyl with the amount that I have. Sometimes I'll put them on once and then come back to them once or twice again, or if I'm looking for a particular song, I'll come and put it back on. This one I can imagine sitting and listening to the whole box a couple of times over, because it really was a nice kind of chance to kind of sit down and just sit and listen, really. I know a lot of music, especially for sort of streaming, downloading, that sort of stuff, I tend to put on while I'm doing other things, while I'm editing videos or playing games, doing whatever. With vinyl, because you have to take the time out to clean it, wipe it down, put it on the table, put the needle on, and then after the 3-4 minutes, whatever, get up, flip it over with a single. You really kind of sit and listen to it because there's not much time to do much else while it's playing. And just having this whole box to kind of sit and do that was really quite nice. I really did enjoy it. So, in all, Flying Vinyl, very, very good. Most of my reviews tend to be very, very good, but well, that's because I don't like saying bad things, or because if I think something's going to be bad, I don't buy it. Who knows? But if you're into, or if you're interested in, even remotely interested in, your kind of alternative rock type stuff, do check out Flying Vinyl's website. Has a list of all the bands that have been on there. Have a listen to a few of them, see what you make of them. I take it as a really nice opportunity, one, to build up my vinyl collection, because you do get a lot of nice records. There's usually at least one coloured vinyl in there, which is nice. It kind of changes things up a bit. But also, it's nice to have really good quality recommendations of music. Sometimes friends can recommend music, and sometimes it's really there, it really is what you're into. Sometimes it's a little bit not quite. But this really is the top of the scene at the minute, and it's turned me on to a lot of new groups. It's given me a chance to hear groups that I've then seen at festivals that I might otherwise have not gone and seen. Beach Baby's one of those, actually, and I went on and bought their album. I'm looking to see them again sometime eventually. But it's a really neat service, and it's cool that you can subscribe just for 1 month, 3 months, whatever, and if you don't like it, you can stop. But it's usually very good quality, and I've not been disappointed by a box since, so I really would recommend it, especially if you are into your vinyl and that whole kind of side of things. If not, then you could probably just check on their website, see what artists they were, and go and have a listen to them elsewhere. Most of them tend to have sort of videos and websites and all that sort of stuff. But in all, flying vinyl, very, very good. My name's Skoz. I really enjoyed it this month. Really looking forward to next month's as well, and to more going forward. And if you liked the video and what I'm saying, let me know. If not, let me know as well. Do whatever, and I will see you next time. Take care.